Good morning. We just got some fresh go-go juice, and we were froze to the ground this morning, so that was interesting. The truck coming up, I want to get out of his way. So that little gas station that I stayed at just off the interstate had to grab a lot. You've probably seen last night video. I went to take off this morning because it was at 33, 34 degrees last night when I parked, and it's 24 this morning. So I went to take off, I just spun, so I had to lock in the power divider and rock the truck back and forth to get the tires to break free. They must have, with being warm and whatnot. I sunk down in the gravel a little ways and froze me down to the ground this morning. So let's see, I gotta get my GPS all set up, but I stopped at Casey's in town. We got some fuel. It was the cheapest fuel anywhere, so topped off, so now we should be good to get all the way back home. And we'll be to our drop around 10 o'clock. So I think their Jeep has issues behind this motorhome up here. That Jeep is tied to the motorhome and it's just going left, right, left, right. I wonder if one of their bars came undone. They just started doing that too. It comes out farther than the side of his motorhome. You can't tell me he can't see that. That is crazy. I don't want to get too close either. Then it goes bonsaiing down the ditch or whatever. Who knows where it's going to go. to drive straight off the scale around the mill here, and we'll see a big pile of DDGs and a cement pad that we got to dump it on, so it'll be just the same as the last time. Let's see how many piles we got to make this time, I guess. And this guy right here is doing the same thing I'm going to be doing. Probably just walk over there and double check, but I'm guessing that's where the DDG is going. There's a big payloader there. I would imagine anyway. But we'll walk over there and check it out and see if that's where we're supposed to be. So we're sitting right there for right now. We got to back up to where this guy is. That is a monstrous bucket. And then we got to pull up ahead. You can see where he pulled ahead. Gonna pull up there and back up here and get to there. So we got to do a whole bunch of pull-ups again like we did last time. There ain't a whole lot of concrete, and these commodity hoppers really suck for dumping DDG on the ground because your pile doesn't get very big, so you got to do about 75 strips just to get unloaded. It's only about a 40-foot long concrete pad too. Cable laying here on the ground. I don't know where it goes. That guy's up there, he's sweeping his trailer out, so yes, and he's pretty well done. He's just kind of getting the last little bit out of his trailer. My truck needs cleaned. The inside. It's hard to keep it clean when you're playing with DDG and bean holes all the time. But anyway, that silage on the ground there looks pretty solid. I think we can drive up there quite a ways to get straightened out. There's a big old hole right there, and there's a culvert kind of in there, so I'm guessing that turns into a mud hole when it rains. So we're gonna hug that, hug it to the left really tight, and then swing wide right, and bag her in right up there. Well, the other truck's out of here, but now I gotta wait because I gotta load the feed trucks. So apparently they're mixing feed up right now. At least we're keeping the theme of the week going. You know, I wouldn't want to get moving too terribly fast. Gotta sit for a solid hour before we can do anything. I wouldn't want it any other way. The guy in front of me, I think he spent a good solid half hour sweeping out his trailer, making sure every little chrome was out of that thing before he'd move out of the way. I don't know how much that truck can hold, but he's already dumped 2 buckets of silage in. Now he's got a bucket of DDG, and there's another pile of something else there that he's dumped in as well. So I don't know what he's all dumping in there, but it's 3 full bucket loads in there so far. Now he's got a full bucket load of DDG. We'll just sit and wait.
Yeah, oh my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek. Mama taught me how to live, Daddy taught me how to give. Both of them had their own sins. Down to the river, every man has felt the shame. All our blood, it runs the same. Father, hear us as we pray. Down to the river, down to the river, sing, oh, bury me, carry me,
unloaded now. That took forever. About 25 minutes it took between each pass that I did. So I'd do one pass and then the guy would load a feed truck, mixing truck or whatever they're called. Man. And then so I'd pull ahead, he'd fill a truck, push my pile up to the, or my strip up onto the pile, and then I'd back up, do another strip, and same process over and over. It was 22 to 25 minutes per cycle, so it took me four strips to empty, 2 strips per hopper. So we are now going to miss our delivery for Montezuma. Newton closes at 3, and my arrival time right now is 4 o'clock, and that's not even going to get loaded. So we're canceling Montezuma. We're deadheading to Hutchinson. So this will be a full first week of running load boards for hoppers. And I'm thoroughly not impressed. But it did give me a couple ideas. So I'm going to make a couple phone calls probably tomorrow. Maybe today. I'm supposed to be at Hutchinson at 4, so that'll give me a little bit of time, I guess, depending on when some of these places close. But it's one of those deals where it's like one bad thing brings up an idea. Whether it's going to turn into anything, who knows. Probably a 90% chance it's not going to, but I've got a thought, so I'm gonna make a phone call or two and see what comes about it. Well, we got a pilot car, the traffic's going by now, so it should be our turn in here in just a second. Yeah, one straggler looks like coming down the road yet. You're never gonna believe this. That's the road to the salt plant up here in Hutchinson. So we were way back there. There's only a few trucks in front of us. There's the plant right there. We should be out of here. And last time I got to this point, I was probably an hour and a half or so. And it's 4 o'clock. So that's actually my third good news or good thing in the past hour. So I was just talking to you about how it sprung up an idea. I had like a 90% chance of it not working. It worked. So one of the places we delivered to, I'm not going to name it quite yet, but one of the places we delivered to had has 27 loads on the load board. So I'm like, and they're close to home. So I mean, you can probably figure it out. So I called them, like, do you guys take carriers on direct and do contracts or anything like that? The guy's like, yeah. He said, we've just been dealing with Farm Pro and bulk loads because we've been just kind of feeling it out, and we've been struggling keeping things moving, you know, consistently and how we need them. And I was like, well, I'd be interested in signing on directly. And so he sent me an email, and we'll see where things lead. And then, I've talked to you about it before, but Schuster in Lamar's, they're a big trucking company, but they're also like a brokerage. And once in a while, like when I was with Horseman's, if we were slow or not, they'd get a load, like say ice cream going up to Pennsylvania or something, or honey going up to North Dakota, you know, so on and so forth. They'd just be like, if they had an extra load that they couldn't cover or something, you know, and Denny needed something to do, we'd pull a Schuster load. So I've been getting turned down by them for the last 3 months, I believe. 2 months, I guess. 2 months for sure, possibly 3. They're just not busy enough that they can't take on any new carriers and so on and so forth, which I understand. And well, he called me today and said things are on the up and up, so he got the okay to add a couple carriers, and I was on the top of his list. So he'll be sending me an email. He's hoping this week, if not next week. He's gonna send me an email to fill out a carrier packet. So I guess I can do van or reefer, which they do bomb cars and Blue Bunny. Blue Bunny is a big one for them. Deans or whatever you want to call it now. So yeah, up and up. We got short line. Got a yes and another yes. So hopefully one of these weeks things start turning in the right direction. I mean, it's going in the right direction, but like everything, it goes good, you fall on your face. It goes good, you fall on your face. So hopefully we end this week on a good note, because this week has been testing my patience. So, and the line seems to be moving fairly quick. I haven't seen this place in the daylight. When I got to this point last time, it was pitch black. This is where you seen the time lapse of the moon last time. Oh, it looks like, oh yeah, I gotta go to channel 1. And I gotta turn off my logs. One nice thing about having an ELD, it does all this for you. I keep forgetting. I always gotta fix them. On duty. Load. So, I'm gonna make a Philly steak sandwich. And then hopefully by the time I'm done with all that, we're out of here. Between the buildings.
Please back up. Driver in the shed, you can keep backing up. That's good.
50% chance of getting loaded underneath the belt here. I don't know if I said that in my last video or not. When I was here on Tuesday, that's what they told me. So this is my second time here, and I've been loaded underneath the belt both times. I've never been loaded by the payloader. So when you get loaded by the belt, there's a truck in there right now getting loaded. Pull up along this building. And I'll get straightened up with the world. And then you'll back up so this intersection's open, which will leave enough room for that truck back there to get out when he's loaded. And then when he pulls out, then I'll back in. You can see him in my mirrors, kind of. His marker lights and my marker lights kind of blend together, but he's back there getting loaded. When he pulls out, we'll back in. It'll be our turn, and then we'll be heading north, heading home. So I can be able to run. I could probably run about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours yet tonight on my hours, which will get us just about halfway to Milford, where we got to go dump. So I'm not sure, maybe we'll make it to, I don't know if we'll quite make it to Omaha, but we'll be pretty close to Omaha tonight. We'll shut it down. We'll have 3-4 hours to drive tomorrow to Milford, unload, get home, and get ready for the funeral. So, at least that part of the week worked out. I was really hoping to make it home for that. But we lost 2 loads this week, which we lost the first load because they apparently are not open on Mondays anymore, and now they're only running from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. so the window to get in and get loaded and unloaded and all that good stuff is kind of slim when you're relying on an unload and a reload before you can get there. So it is what it is. We lost out. I think that'd be $600 we lost out on this week, but I'm gonna kind of figure out numbers. I'm starting to think next week I might do some local stuff again, because I can honestly do, which they're not great numbers by any means, but depending on how my numbers this week turn out, I can probably run less hours and stay home and turn the same amount over gross this week as I did, or as I will next week, if my numbers are where they are, or I think they are, and they're not great. I'm not even going to say where I think they are because it's bad. It's not a profitable week, I don't believe. Well, it's profitable, but I could also go work at McDonald's and turn more profit. if it's where I think it is. We'll find out. But I'm hoping he negotiated higher rates, because if he took what's on the load board, it's not going to be good. And if he's not negotiating, then I'll probably start doing this on my own. I've got another place where I can rent a trailer from, so I got options. But I'm guessing it's going to be a week or two before I hear anything on them other 2 phone calls I made today. So at least I got something hopefully to look forward to.
to the river.
Couldn't have done that any better. Well, we were at Love's in Belleville, Nebraska. So, just out of Kansas. Truck is disgusting. That place is a mud hole there in Hutchinson. So we're gonna call it home here tonight. I believe we got, what do we got? Continue trip. 5 hours to go. So I drove 2 more hours tonight. Called it a night. We get up around 6 and head to work, Milford, Iowa. We'll drop the salt off there. Rush back home, change clothes, shave, shower, all that good stuff, and get dressed for the funeral. So, trying to decide what I want to do next week. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this this Farm Pro stuff at all. That's the broker we've been going through, or load board, whatever you want to call it. We ran that route. It's got a thing on there, plus my dispatcher. I'm not doing it, he is, but you can actually call and the guy will pretty much tell you, well, this route, 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 this all make circles, you know. So they're all connecting routes, you connect the dots, blah, 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 but the weights everywhere we go is unreal. Even the cattle, the feedlots, drop one row and then wait for him to load a feed truck. Drop a row, wait for him to load a feed truck. I could have been just loaded and out of the way in 15 minutes, but instead he drug it out for 2 hours. That's the kind of stuff that irritates me. So There's just got to be a better way. But if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? That's the thing. Nothing's easy. So, yep, that's my thoughts for the night. Anywho, Caden was supposed to be delivering some seed down here in Belleville tomorrow morning. Him and I think another guy were coming down here. So I sent him a snap just a few minutes ago asking if he was here because I didn't see his truck here when I did my little loop-de-loop, and he hasn't answered me, so I don't think he's here. There's only 2 rows and I drove down both rows, so I would have seen him, and I didn't. So I don't know if he's actually coming down here or not. He's probably just going to drive down here tomorrow instead of staying down here. So either way, I'm gonna probably watch some YouTube, lay down, put my feet up. I should go shower first. Okay, I'm gonna shower first because I didn't get a shower yesterday. So I'm gonna go shower and then put my feet up and watch YouTube. These road trains are all over down here. I can't imagine what it's like pulling a bumper pull with the bumper pull. I pulled a boat behind a bumper pull camper one time. We had a U-joint go out in one of our pickups, and our camper just happened to have a hitch on the back of it, a travel trailer. So I had to pull it like 30 miles. And never again. I couldn't imagine doing it from wherever they're coming from down to Texas or Mexico or wherever they're going to either. Well, speaking of which, there's the other one that's pulling out right now. I seen a lot of them last night. It's crazy how they get away with that stuff. Flashing lights and all that good stuff. These morning like these. And I wish I had a bigger visor. By the time I air my seat up, get out of the side, I'm way up here and I feel like a little kid sitting at a picnic table that can't touch the ground. And then you can see how dirty the hood is. That DDG and the dust of the salt mine just, it doesn't let you keep a truck very clean for very long. And the lot is just solid mud. So the truck is just destroyed. Tomorrow a wash is definitely going to be on the agenda. So we just went through York, Nebraska. We're on Interstate 80, heading over toward Omaha. We're going to shoot up on 29. We get to Sioux City. We'll get off at the Highway 20 exit. And we'll take 2-lane. All the way up to Sibley, and no, we're not, because we're going to Milford. So we're going to take Highway 18 over, and then I'll take some back county roads that goes to the county shed. I think Highway 18 is open now. Yeah, it is. So this spring, have you seen those videos where we had all that flooding? We were getting the campers from Spencer and stuff. On Highway 18, one of the bridges washed out. I'm pretty sure like a month ago. No, it was right before Christmas. Yeah, I do remember that. Right before Christmas, they finally announced that the bridge was complete and the highway was open. So we'll probably take, we'll take Highway 18, and I'll probably go over to Barb's Corner or something, shoot up on the county road and cut over. If I take the highway into Milford, where I gotta turn right to get to the county shed with the truck, that's a pretty tight turn. But if you take the county road in, then you literally come in on that road, so you don't have to turn right at that 4-way intersection there. That's really tight. You literally just drive straight across it. So that's my plan, I guess. says I'm supposed to deliver in the Hoot building east of the office, which is where I just was. There's a phone number to call, and no one's answering. It's Milford Electric. Okay, so maybe this building over here is one. Anyway, no one's answering the phone that I have a call, and that Hoot building is full of gravel, so. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here to the office, see if there's anyone in there, and see what they tell me. But the phone number, no one answers. Like I said, the Hoot building is full of sand, not salt. I don't know. We'll go check and see what happens. Alright, yeah, I guess we do just dump it right in front, and they just mix the salt in with the sand, I guess. That's the Hoot building. You just back up to it and start dumping. It says it's blacktop underneath the sand. Yeah. Alright, there it is. 2 skid marks done. Close this thing up. Man, it's cold and windy here. Welcome back home. We're gonna go drop the trailer off. I talked to Nathan. I am not running next week. The rates, I went through numbers with him, told him what I had on for weights, and he was going over what the loads are paying, and not what I'm gonna do, no. So I'm gonna make a few phone calls, see if we can find some work for next week. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna run beans from Minnesota over to Alta. He's already here to scoop it up. I can see the payloader in my mirror. Alright, we're gonna get out of here, head home, and get ready for, oh yeah, I gotta drop the trailer off, do paperwork, and then we're gonna head to Russ's funeral. We'll figure something out. We always figure something out. So I've already got something lined up as a worst case, but it's gonna pay about as good as what this week did. Gosh dang. Put the splitter. It's gonna, forgot to drive for a second. Right there. The loads for next week would pay about as good as this week, gross, but which isn't great. But my net will be better because I'll have way less miles. Plus, I'll be home every night. I'm not gonna play the catch-up game. So I figured I'm gonna make crap money. I might as well make crap money and do it while I'm close to home. instead of doing the whole no sleep to catch up on hours crap that I did this week. So we'll see. Got a couple more phone calls to make, and I might even just stay home Monday just to make phone calls. Like I said, I got a few other things I can do, so we'll go with that.